Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm Vicki Edmondson, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today, I want to attempt to show you how to make a little project. I've said before, my videos recently, that I'm going to be in a craft show next Friday and Saturday. And I am going to show you a little project that I want to make and put some candies in to sell at that craft show. So I'm going to use the Storybook Gnomes DSP. We're going to use this one and this page here that has all the little gnomes in it. And I cut a gnome out with the die. This is a little gnome die you'll use. And of course that is from the gnome dies. It is the Kindest Gnomes bundle that you can get. They are in the mini catalog right now. And then I will use the Brightest Glow. I'm going to use this sentiment here. And then for these two, you're going to use the largest and the smallest, I believe. Yes, the largest and the smallest of the beautiful shaped dies. This one will be for the sentiment, and this I'll show you in just a moment what we're going to cut with that. So to begin with, you're going to need thick basic white, and you will need one piece that is 8.5 inches by 6 inches. And I should have prefaced this by saying I watched on a YouTube video someone from the UK, and of course she used centimeters. The base of the project I measured in inches. The top of the project for the lid, I tried to do that, convert that into inches. It didn't work. It was too big. So for the lid, I'm going to use centimeter measurements. And that is 6 centimeters by 22 centimeters. And we're going to do scoring on these two. Again, I tried my best to do it with centimeters, but I'm not familiar with centimeters, and it just did not work out because it was too big. Okay, you will need 6 DSP that measure 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then you'll need 6 of these that measure 1 1/4 by 3/4. You're going to take that octagon shaped die and you're going to cut 2 out of white, the basic white, and you're going to cut 1 out of your DSP. And then of course you're going to use that little gnome and die cut the little gnome out. We will be using our multi-purpose glue, our snips, our Take Your Pick tool, and Pacific Point ink. Okay. All right, let's get started with this. I'm going to do the centimeters first. And luckily for us, Stampin' Up! Has the trimmer is in inches and centimeters. I learned a lot about centimeters watching that video and Googling a few things, but I've never used centimeter measurements before, but the lid just works better. Okay, so with your long edge, your 22 centimeter, you will put this at 3. There's 3. Some of you may be familiar with centimeters, but I was not. So 3, and this is 5. You're going to go 3.6, which is 1 past, and you're going to score that. So I'm going to get my cutting blade out of the way. Okay, 3.6, and now 7 and 2 marks is 7.2. Make sure it's pushed up against your edge here to stay straight. Then you're going to go 10.7. That's 10.5 plus 2. 10.5 plus 2. And score that. And then you're going to go 14.2. 14.2. Okay. And then 17.7, there's your 5 and 2 little tick marks past there is 17.7. And then your final one is 21.2. So 21.2. Okay. Then you're going to turn it on the short side and you're going to go 3.5 and 6. One past the 3.5. Did I do that? Right. 3.5 and 1. If there's anybody watching from the UK, they probably think I'm crazy. But that's the way it is. Okay? So there are your score lines, and we are going to cut this part off here. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. This is my template that I did, and I'll show you what else we're going to do with that in just a bit. All right, now for our inches, for the bottom part of the little octagon box, again, this is 8.5 by 6. We will score the first score line at 1 3/8, which is, and again, sometimes I can do 8/8, 4/4, half, 3/4 whole. I can do that, but when you get to 3/8 and 7/8 or the 16th marks, I'm not too good with that. So 1 3/8 is 1 1/2, and back it up 2 little marks, and score. I am ruler challenged, y'all. And 2 3/4 is your next score line on this. 2 3/4, and then you're going to go 4 1/8. And again, we're looking at the ruler, the inches rather, not the centimeters. 4 1/8, and then 5 1/2, which is right here. 5 1/2, 6 7/8. There's those 8s again. So that's 2 before you get to the 7-inch mark. That's how I calculate it. Then 8 1/4. I hope this camera or the iPad's not shaking too much with this scoring. Okay, then we'll turn it on the shorter side, on the 6-inch side, and we will score one more time at 1 3/8. So you've got 1 3/8. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. Don't need that anymore. And for this one, we will cut this little piece right here off. Okay, now you can go ahead and fold and burnish. Need your bone folder. Fold and burnish on all of these score lines. This little score line right here. And then down here, okay? All right. We're going to take our snips now and go ahead and cut this part right here off. And you're going to cut this at an angle. And you're going to cut this at an angle. Okay? And you're going to do the same sort of thing for your lid. I'm going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. And one more. And then this one. I did that one already. Okay. And then we will take our snips And we're going to cut this part right here off. And we're going to angle this as well. And that. Okay. So there is our bottom of our Octagon box. And this is the lid. And again, I've done a template for this. And I'll hold that there just a minute if you want to take a screenshot. Hope you can see that okay, of that. And then my template for my lid, again, is in centimeters. Okay. Now what we will do is cut up each one of these score lines to this long score line on the top and on the bottom of our project here. Now I've already done that, and I have already, to save time because this video is quite lengthy, to save time, I've already cut up all of these to the score line for the bottom, and I've cut all of these up for the top, the lid. Okay, the only thing I have left to do is to glue these two on. I wanted to show you. I glued all these on, and this is the bottom of the box. So you want to come a little bit closer to the bottom than to the top. So you'll leave a little bit more space at the top, because when your lid goes on, it's going to cover that. So we're going to put our multi-purpose glue on this. I'm going to put this last piece. I'm going to try not to get my head in the video. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll lay that aside. And again, I've already done this one as well. And we'll just put a little bit of glue on this one. And put this right here. All right. The next thing we'll do is take our tear and tape. We will need that too. And we're going to put a piece of tear and tape right here on this. And we'll put a piece of tear and tape right here on the long part right here. I'm going to cut this off with my sticky scissors to make it even. And you're going to put it, don't go over that line, don't go over your score line there. Put it as close as you can get it. Tear that off. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and just burnish that good on both of these. Okay. Now I'll take my Take Your Pick tool and take that off. Take that off. All right, and then we will lay this down. We'll lay this side down first, and I'm going to stand back up, and we will match that up just like so. And the same thing with our lid here. We're going to match. We're going to match up these score lines right here and burnish that well too. Burnish that. Okay, it's right there is where it's at. Burnish that. Okay, we're going to do the bottom. We're going to put the bottom together first. And I am going to use this little bottle that I have some glue in to put the glue on these, okay? Now you've got your box made. This is the bottom. You want to kind of shape it into an octagon shape. You see that down there? Kind of looks like an octagon. So we're going to adhere these two together first. going to put a little bit of glue right here. Okay. And then I'm going to hold that together. Again, trying my best to keep it into an octagon shape. It seems kind of strange to do this, or not strange, but kind of hard to do this the first time I did it. But it gets easier. You know, the first time you do anything, it's more difficult. I'll show you some at the end of the video, some others that I've made with some other DSP, because I want to make a few of these, and I'll show you the candies that I'm going to put in these for the craft show. Now, you're seeing that this is still an octagon shape here. We will take and glue this last one. There you go. And hold it until it sits a little bit. Okay. And then we will, that's an ugly mess down there, right? I'm going to take my bone folder and go down and just do this a little bit. Okay, now one of these pieces that we die cut is go on the bottom to kind of clean that mess up. So I'll take the big thing of glue here to do this one. I like to use that little one. It's easier for me to handle it, trying to glue those little pieces together. And you're going to put it just like this. Let that adhere well. Okay. And now for our top, which is here. I'm going to keep this turned upside down, and I'm going to, you've got the same little pieces here. This is a snug fit. Like I said, when I tried to do it in inches, the inches just did not turn out right. So I'm going to put this on here on the bottom just a little bit. I'm going to do the very same thing. I'm going to glue these two pieces together. Do the very same method that we did for the bottom. Exactly the same. I hope you guys will try this. These are would be good little gifts for teachers. If you have children in school, to give to your teachers, their teachers. Sunday school class, if you teach a Sunday school class. Even the UPS man, the mail lady, whoever brings you all of your packages that we like to order and get from Stampin' Up. Okay, and then this one goes like this. And then that will go there. Hold it. When I made my first one, I didn't use my cardstock. I used white, some old crappy white thin cardstock to practice with, because I didn't want to use and mess up my good. So now you can do that too. And now we will take this other white piece and we're going to put it on the inside to kind of cover that messiness in there. Oh, let me use the big one. Again, just practice on some old paper, old cardstock that you don't really like. And I would definitely suggest making a template like I did to keep. Because I hope to make more of these. Okay, and that covers the inside good, so it doesn't look so messy. All right, and then, like I said, it's going to be a snug fit, which you want it to be. There you go. And then we'll take this and put it right on the top. You can use any DSP you have. You could even make these for birthday parties, for favors, with different DSP. Unless you have a Christmas birthday, then you could do that. But that would be, this would be a cute idea to put candy in it for the kids. You probably could put other things in here too. All right, now I want to find, this is my back side right here where we put that. So that's my back. I want this to be my front piece here. Okay, so I'm going to take the little gnome, and I've already stamped my sentiment, all is merry and bright. I think I can pop both of them up, or I could glue both of them down. I think I'm going to glue this down and pop him up. That's what I think I'll do. I know this video is a little longer than I typically make them, and it would have been a lot longer if I had not already glued all the DSP layers, panels down. Okay, I'm going to pop him up with dimensionals that I have cut in half. I sometimes use whole ones, as you can see. Sometimes I use half ones, just to make them go further. Trying to save when I can. Okay. This project is almost done, and then I'll show you the ones that other ones that I have done so far. I hope they will sell at the craft fair. We shall see. And you can put him right there. There you go. And I think I'm going to take some Wink of Stella. I should have done this before I put him on here, but I'm going to Stella up his hat a little bit. Make it a little shiny. Probably can't see it in the video, but if you guys use Wink of Stella, you know that it puts a little shine on things. There you go. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some other embellishments here. But isn't that a cute little project? And it really isn't hard. And these are the candies that I'm putting in there. They're the Bob Sweet Stripes candies, the soft mints. And they will hold about 12 or 14 in here is what I'm putting in mine. And you see what I mean by the lid covering this up here? If you didn't go all the way up, so just leave you a little border, little edge down here. Of course, you could cut that a little bit longer than 4 1/4 if you wanted, but you don't have to. And the other ones I have made, here's one that I made using the, hang on just a minute, I'll show you. I used the Painted Christmas DSP for this one. Painted Christmas, I used this. And then I cut out, from the Boughs of Holly DSP, I fussy cut this out and put the green ribbon on there. And I did put some embellishments there on that one. So there's one other I did. And then I did, the first ones I did after I did my sample one, of course, I used the Sweetest Christmas DSP, and I used this one with the red, and I stamped the candy canes with the stamp set, and then die cut them out, and I used some other embellishments here and the red ribbon, and then I used this DSP to make this one the garden green and have some green. So I have those two and that one that I had previously made. And then today we made this one together, and I'll put the candies in after I'm done with the video. So I hope you guys like the project today. I hope you'll try it if you need something to make a little project to put goodies in for people. You can put all kinds of things in those, really. You could put several gift cards in there if you wanted to give gift cards, and who wouldn't like that? So this is my host code for November. If you see something that you like and want to order, please use this host code. If you do place an order, I would appreciate it. If it's over $150, do not use that host code. Stampin' Rewards will come to you you will earn Stampin' Rewards from Stampin' Up! If it's over $150. Stampin' Up! Does have a seasonal sale coming up on Tuesday, the 15th. Well, you know what? That'll be over by the time this video is done. Forget that. But I hope you guys did take advantage of that. There were some good deals on that. The 15th, maybe through the 18th, though. So if you're watching this video on Friday the 18th, check those specials out. Almost everything in the annual catalog will be discounted at some percentage. So until next week, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up and share with your family and friends, and ask them to share with their family and friends. I'm trying my best to get more viewers, more subscribers. If you do watch each week, but you haven't subscribed yet, I really would appreciate it if you would subscribe. That will help me with my analytics and YouTube. So again, until next Friday, and next Friday is Thanksgiving weekend. I will be at that craft show, but I will try my best to get a video done and uploaded before then, so you guys can watch something on the 25th as well. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. Have a great weekend.